Good afternoon, everyone. Appreciate you joining with us today again. Welcome to March 26th DPI. Again, we'll start with the end state, educational services back to normal, or the new normal that we will be experiencing in North Dakota. And what our statement of intent is to guide school districts with data-informed decisions so all students can continue to learn while keeping all North Dakota citizens safe and well. Big news today is I want to provide the status update on the distance learning plans. As of 4:30 p.m. today, there were 115 public school districts and 22 non-public school plans that have been submitted. And as of about 5:25 this afternoon, I have reviewed and will be sending 24 plans to the governor. So very, very good work going on this week. I appreciate it. Sent out an email to all of our superintendents a few moments ago as well, just thanking you again and clarifying some issues about the foundation aid payment. Hope you all understand and that this payment, I guess I will repeat what I sent in the email for those of you that don't really have access at this point. But the email essentially is DPIs Commitment. I want to reiterate to district superintendents how much I truly appreciate how hard all of you are working for your students, families, and communities. I spent today reviewing many solid plans full of exceptional learning opportunities for our students. We at the department understand the difficult task districts are faced with in getting a comprehensive plan submitted to the department in a short time frame, as well as the added stress of having the plan approval tied to the April 1st foundation aid payment. As you all know, NDDPI was tasked with getting plan recommendations to Governor Burgum with a hard deadline. Please know that if your plan is not approved by April 1, department staff will continue to work diligently with districts to make updates so foundation aid can be released for approved plans. Again, to clarify, the one-time resubmission process is for round one recommended approvals to the governor. We will then circle back to districts with pending plans to provide additional guidance and work with them, as we always do, and remain committed to our customer service. We are here to help you and serve our schools so they can serve our students and families. The department is committed to helping all districts through this process to enable them to receive their April foundation aid payment and provide high-quality distance learning to all students. That's from the executive team, so thank you very much for that. NDCEL and NDREA have partnered to establish a system of support for distance learning plan revisions. Again, I know that they have small staffs as well, and they're trying to get a second set of eyes on each plan. I would also suggest many of you as school leaders have partners and friends and colleagues that you continually or that you consistently go to. If REAs and NDCL are becoming swamped, I'd reach out to each other in these times. And also remind you to use the ND K-12 continuation plan teams that has been set up. Over 800 people are enrolled in that, and that would be a great place to get some specific feedback. The most important thing to consider in all of this, and it can't be said enough, is to ensure that the content in your plan meets the needs of your unique and individual students, families, and communities. I appreciate that very much. Child nutrition. On March 25th, 2020, the USDA issued 2 nationwide waivers to support access to meals to children during school closures while minimizing potential exposure to COVID-19. There was a waiver that will allow meal pattern flexibility in the child nutrition program. And what this does is it waives the requirements to serve meals that meet the meal pattern requirements. NDDPI must approve use of this waiver on a case-by-case basis, and a waiver request form has been developed and will be available on the child nutrition webpage, working to make these requests as streamlined and efficient as possible as well. The second nationwide waiver allows parents and guardians to pick up meals for children. Districts may distribute meals to a parent or guardian to take to the home of their children. State agencies must have a plan for ensuring program accountability and integrity are maintained, and our team is working diligently to create that plan of assurance for the USDA. I want to provide an update. As of 2:01 p.m. today, 2:01 p.m. We continue to work with Dakota carrier network and the Broadband Association of North Dakota, and they are partnering and working with Midco. But there are 72,000 North Dakota households with students in them within Broadband Association of North Dakota service area. Midco covers the areas of Fargo, Grand Forks, and Bismarck-Mandan. So far, 1,052 student homes have been identified that do not have broadband subscriptions. So I want to repeat those numbers. 72,000 North Dakota households with students in them, K-12 students in them, and only 1,052 don't currently have subscriptions. But possible solutions have been identified for 800 of those homes. 800 of those 1,052 homes have solutions pending. These numbers fluctuate as additional homes without subscriptions are identified and solutions to serving them are also identified. What this boils down to is 99% of North Dakota students have access to high-speed broadband internet connection. I also want to provide some updates on special education. The Special Education Office is currently working on a statement regarding telehealth services as it relates to PT, OT, and speech pathology services. This will be coming out soon. We continue to respond to various questions. This is probably still one of our highest requested guidance on the special ed and our homeless and EL students, actually. And we are continuing to facilitate availability of all responses, and several additional questions and answers were posted today to the COVID-19 website. So please continue to check that. I just want to do a final update on or a recap of what the governor covered in his press conference today. Governor Burgum announced today that child care would remain open in North Dakota, and he is asking our our K-5 schools or K-6 schools to provide child care as applicable in communities, and asking child care providers and local employers to work with the K-5 schools, K-6 schools within their communities. They are expecting that ancillary staff be used to provide care and not licensed teachers at this point in time. This is child care, and they are asking that these schools provide child care opportunities to Lifeline Workers. Lifeline worker examples were first responders, people who support access to food supplies, healthcare, and human services workers. So again, the Department of Health and Human Services do the licensing and regulation of child care. Governor Burgum asked school districts within communities where it was feasible and needed by those Lifeline workers and their families to work with the communities in which our schools are to be part of the solution for those very important first responders, food suppliers, healthcare, and human service workers are just some examples. I would refer to the Department of Human Services website as well as the governor's website for that. That concludes our update for today. I will just say that the department will continue to work on our mission number one, first order mission of making sure that we are working with our school districts to ensure that their plans can be sent to the governor with a recommendation for approval as quickly as possible. Thank you so much and have a good evening.